dreaded allergy season, especially after I turned 50. And even though I'm a certified EFT practitioner, I couldn't find relief even with standard EFT until I found this tweak. And it involves water, pollen, and the standard EFT sequence. I discovered this 8 years ago and I haven't had symptoms since. And I'd like to share it with you so that you can try it too. First of all, you have to realize that your allergy symptoms aren't being caused by the pollen. You probably have a family member or a friend who isn't bothered by pollen at all, but you are. The reason for being bothered is because you have adrenal overload. Your adrenal glands are overreacting to the pollen. And what happens is that when you use EFT, along with the method I'm going to show you, you will settle your adrenal glands down and you will calm your whole nervous system, which is important, especially as you get older, especially after the age of 50. So this is how the process works. Find a cup or a jar and fill it with water. And you need to have an open area where it's especially helpful if it's windy, but put it out in an open area like I used our deck. And as the wind blows and the pollen is in the air, it will eventually fall down into the water, the pollen that's been bothering you. And leave it out for maybe 3 or 4 hours. And then when you're ready, bring it in, get a tissue, and just sit down, relax, take a deep breath. And what you're going to do is take that tissue and saturate it with the pollen water. And this is going to be kind of like a homeopathic remedy, if you're familiar with those, or a vaccine in a way. And the tissue is going to take on the energy of the water. And by going through and using EFT, you're going to settle your whole nervous system, especially your adrenal glands, and you'll find that those symptoms will go away. So I'd like to walk you through a standard EFT tapping sequence so that you can become familiar with the points if you're not already, and just tap along with me. So we're going to tap on the top of the head, the inside of the eye where the eyebrow meets the bridge of the nose, the outside of the eye, under the eye, so we've gone around the entire eye orbit, under your nose and above your upper lip, below your lower lip and above your chin and that divot point. And for this next point, you can find the notch below your throat. Go about 1 inch down and 1.5 inches on either side. I like to tap on those points with my third finger and my thumb. Some people use their whole palm. And then the last point is below your underarm, about 4 inches below the underarm. And you can tap on each area, maybe 5 to 7 taps. That's usually what I do. And when you take that tissue, it's going to be saturated with the pollen water energy. And just go through and tap as if you were talking to a family member or a friend about all the misery that you're going through, the weepy eyes, the runny nose, itchy nose, maybe the coughing, the exhaustion, and the fatigue. And maybe do 3 rounds of that. And after that, I did 3 rounds and I didn't have any more symptoms. You may have to repeat it. Every once in a while, when the pollen is really, really heavy, I might have to repeat it once a summer, but that's it. I was very allergic to cottonwood seeds in particular, and I couldn't even go outside when they were being released by the trees. But these days, the last few years, I've been able to just walk through snowstorms of cottonwood seeds, or sometimes I just see them lying on the ground underneath a tree or wherever they ended up, wherever the wind blew them. And it's just a fantastic process. And you can do it without suffering, and you can do it without having to take medication. So if you like this information, I'm sure you'll love the free audio mini course I just created. It has 2 meditations in there that will also help you to calm your nervous system, either with respect to allergies or anything else in your life. And if you'd like access to that, just comment "calm" below the video here, and I'd be glad to send you the link. So there's no reason to suffer with these allergies or to take all kinds of medication. And if you'd like some more information on EFT, I've done a video on EFT for beginners, and you can find that video right here.